Welcome today to Integrated Beauty and Wellness Revolution. My name is Buck McMurray, President of the Americas, and we are so fortunate today to have with us our head of research and development here, head of product development. Guys, welcome to the show, Dr. Helen Nags. Helen, welcome. Hey, and before you get started, I need to give you a proper introduction. You have your PhD in, I'm going to say this right, biochemistry
Yes.
and molecular biology.
That's right.
And you've been in this space, specifically skincare, for
Correct.
40 years, developing
Almost 40.
products.
Almost 40. It's
Okay.
a long time.
Okay.
Yes.
And so I am so happy that you're here with us. And today we're talking specifically about Prism. And you've got some real goodies that you're going to be sharing. But before we get into that, I want to talk about you. How did you get into the space that you were going into? How did you get into skincare?
Oh.
Why did you choose biochemistry and molecular biology?
So interesting. I was always fascinated. Earth is she doing?
Wow.
Like all these supplements, I'm saying this is good for you, this is good, take this,
Yeah.
dear, this is good for you.
Wow.
And so learning biology at school, I was interested in how what we eat actually helps our biology, like where that connection is. And also figuring out what were the best things that we could do to help our biology. And then I made the transition into sort of skincare
Yeah.
because I felt that, it's fine sort of having hope that your biology is changing, but I would love to be able to see it.
Yeah.
And that's why, as I progressed through sort of my studies, I really wanted to focus in on skin so I could see what was, the benefits of the products that we were using.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to make it visible.
That makes sense because skin is our largest organ.
That's right.
And it's the most visible.
That's right. Yes.
And so
And it's something we all see, like
Yeah.
when we look at each other,
Yeah,
right? It's the first thing we see.
I love that you bring that up because we often talk about the demand that we have for LumiSpa or our skincare products because people see themselves in the mirror every single day. And so if they see something is off, then they make they take the action to address it. And we don't normally do that. We can't see the inside of our bodies, and so the skincare often gets more attention than even the internal parts.
And it's funny because both are equally important,
Yeah.
right? And actually what our research at New Skin is showing is that they're interconnected.
Yeah, that's right.
So you need to take care of your insides to look great on the outside as well.
So you just mentioned the studies. So wasn't it the Jiao Tong study or was it the Yonsei study that talks specifically about high Prism scores equate to
Great appearance.
great appearance?
That's right. Yes, that's absolutely right. Yes. We saw that people that had the higher Prism scores had much better appearance.
Yeah.
They looked younger overall. So
Yeah.
we're really seeing that inside-out connection.
And now there's a new study. I don't think we haven't talked much about it yet publicly, have we? The study by Dr. Ann Cheng.
Yes, yes.
Are we still keeping that under wraps until?
I think we're still keeping that,
Okay.
to like we're double checking everything.
Good,
and
good. So we will wait until that's fully published.
just a teaser.
Yeah, it's just a teaser, but you
Good
guys,
things coming.
It is amazing. There was a little bit of a preview of that on the Team Elite trip, and we've heard a little bit about that on a few other calls, but stay tuned because that study's coming out, and it is incredible, specifically about how our Prism score can impact the aging of our entire body.
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How many years have you been with Nu Skin now?
20 years.
20 years.
years, yes.
So you have seen a lot of different innovations, specifically when it comes to skincare over the last 20 years. Let's talk LumiSpa.
Okay.
How many years ago did we come out with the original LumiSpa?
So LumiSpa is about maybe 9-10 years, but we actually started working on, the reason why I'm trying to think about the date is we started working on LumiSpa quite in advance of its launch date.
Okay.
And so we did a lot of groundwork to lay the foundation for what has become a great product.
Okay. So why did we originally start working on the LumiSpa?
We started, even further back, maybe 15, 16 years ago. We had our great Age Lock story, right? And Age Lock was really focused on anti-aging skincare and looking at the sources of that, right? And we had a lot of very wonderful products that we apply to our skin, and they provide great visible benefits. And we were really thinking about how else can we provide benefit to our consumers? How else can we make changes that are visible on the surface of the skin without just using another skincare product?
Yeah.
And that's how we started to look at, what can we do with a skincare device? And we were particularly interested in some work that talked and showed that there's benefits to our skin in terms of moving the skin. And the challenge had always been, how do we move the skin from a skincare product?
Yeah.
And a device gave us a way through that nobody else had sort of connected the dots.
So this is nothing that we talked about before, but I'm curious, what are the benefits that you initially saw from moving the skin?
Youthfulness. For a consumer, it is helping to maintain their youthfulness. I used to think about it just like as we talked about our bodies, the biology as a whole. We go to the gym. Why do we go to the gym? We go to move, right? We know that movement is good for the body, just as movement is good for the skin.
Okay. I've never thought about that. In fact, I've always, growing up, my parents were like, don't rub your eyes and, don't do this.
Well, and that was kind of the trick because the team of scientists that developed this, you're right, some movement has detrimental effects on skin, but other movement is really providing those signals to the skin to help it stay more youthfulness and help to create all the great things in our skin to keep it healthy.
Okay,
right?
So you're going down a path that I love. And this is that, so getting the movement in there.
Has to be the right movement.
The right type of movement, it is signaling to the skin to do what?
To be healthy and to
be healthy.
Make itself youthful.
Okay.
Yes.
And how does it make itself youthful when you're moving the skin, like the signals that it sends out?
It's just helping us to produce the key things that really help to maintain, improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and keep our skin soft and smooth. So it's helping to do all of those things.
Okay, so I'm gonna press you a little bit more. So does that mean it's helping with elastin? Is it helping with collagen? Is it helping with hydration? What types of things?
Well, and let me, an example is just the surface cells, right? These surface cells. What we know is that if they sit on the skin, and there's a natural process where they slough off. But if for some reason they sit on the skin, they cause a lot of roughness. And our LumiSpa device, through its movement, enables our skin to remove those surface skin cells to help maintain a great radiant and clear appearance. Okay,
so here's the interesting thing, because when I came to Nu Skin, it's almost been 5 years since I've been here. And when I first came, I knew, because I had been hearing from our leaders and the affiliates, that the LumiSpa was an amazing product. And I know that when we look at the benefits of it, they're like, this addresses the 7 signs of aging.
That's right.
And so, and we can go through and talk about each one of those. But, for me, I've always heard from a marketer's perspective that you focus on and use the language that your customers use when they're talking about their products. So I was like, okay, this is the 7 signs of aging. but it's hard from a marketer's perspective to be like, it does all of these things. And so I went and I took this and I posted on, it was an affiliate Facebook group. And I said, I want to hear from you guys. What is it that the benefit, the major benefit, why is it that you love the LumiSpa? And we had thousands of comments. And the one comment that we heard over and over and over again was the glow.
Okay.
The glow. And I, from my perspective, I had no idea what that meant. And so obviously they, described it a little bit. At that time, I don't know if this is the way they talk about it now, but it was like, the glazed donut look.
Oh, yes.
It's like that dewy look. Or in Asia, they called it the peeled egg, the boiled egg look. Like when you peel an egg and it's all shiny, and that's how they described it. And I was like, that is amazing. So we've got the 7 signs of aging with this, but the way that the consumer is actually describing this is a glow device.
Yeah.
When you hear glow, I mean, is that what you think of?
Absolutely. And I think our clinical testing, affirms that, because in our testing, when we break up glow, what it is about, it's about clarity, it's about radiance, it's about softness, smoothness, and all of those aspects sort of combine together to be what you visibly interpret as glow. And we saw benefits on all of those key skin sort of aspects when we did our clinical studies with the LumiSpa.
That is great. So you've got some show and tell today.
I do. Yes.
I don't think anybody has ever seen this. This is I feel kind of privileged to have you on and to have you show these things, because these have never made it to like the general public before. So what do you have with you today, Helen?
Well, so like I said, we did a lot of science to help lay the foundation. And we dug deep into our vaults at New Skin, and we found some of the very early prototypes.
Wow.
And so this just shows the amount of sort of iterations and the care that we take when we develop products, because this is what everybody knows and loves. But would you believe that it actually started off like this?
It almost looks like a Renew Spa.
It does. But this was just the easiest thing that we could put together. And the reason why we wanted to test this was because we wanted to really confirm what type of surface should be used on the LumiSpa that was the best type for the skin. And so we had this surface, and then we used multiple different, like tens of different surfaces that we tested actually on people's arms. And Dr. Zoe Dralos helped us with doing a lot of that iterative testing, and it was over and over again to make sure that when we got really excellent cleansing, but also that it was soft and gentle to the skin.
Wow. So the head that we actually have in production now, what is the material that it's made of, and why? After all that research, why did we choose this?
So we have a silicone surface, and I think that is really contributing to help provide those benefits that we talk about in terms of softness and smoothness, as well as give the consumer a great experience, right? So it's gentle to the skin. And, it's very unique to have this type of silicone surface in cleansing. So I think that's one of the things that sets us apart. And we showed with our testing that the surface is very gentle to the microbiome. So it's not disturbing the skin. It's doing the things that we want it to in terms of providing the cleansing benefit, but it's not disturbing the skin in any way.
That's incredible. And because you see cleansing devices. There are cleansing devices. Probably hundreds, thousands of cleansing devices out there, but I've seen a lot of them where they are more rough.
Right.
And I look at them and think, man, that's got to be painful. But the combination of this silicone head and the cleanser that we have is a unique combination. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So just like we went through many iterations for the type of surface that we ended up with, we also went through many iterations with our treatment cleanser. Because as I talked about, the movement here is like the magic,
Yeah.
if you will. And so what we found was that when you use different cleansers, different treatment cleansers, you weren't getting the magic.
Yeah.
So the movement, the way that the device grips the skin, and we sort of call it slip and grip,
Yeah.
the way that the movement was, taking place on the surface of the skin with different cleansers differed. So that's why we came up with a set of parameters, actually, that would be the perfect cleanser.
Wow.
And we built all of our cleansers, all of our treatment cleansers within that set of parameters, so to those specifications, which is exactly, if you look at our 6S process,
Yeah.
right, we end up with a set of specifications that we build our products to.
Okay. So will you go on record right now and publicly shame anybody that is using a different cleanser with our LumiSpa?
You should be using ours, really. It's great.
Yeah. But honestly, there's some real science behind the cleansers, the oscillating movement, the viscosity of the cleanser, and how it is on the skin and the different types of skin. You guys, don't play around with this. Make sure that your customers aren't playing around with this, that they use the cleanser for the device. It goes hand in hand, and that is where we can guarantee the best results.
And I think also the concept as well was we are not just providing a cleansing device
Yeah.
here. It's called, the cleansers are called treatment cleansers for a reason, because they provide a treatment, they provide benefits for the skin. So yeah, if you are, time crunched and you have to, wash your face, you can do it, but you also with this device get improvement in your skin. So all you're doing is cleansing your face, which we all do every day,
Yeah.
but you're going to get those great benefits in terms of softer skin, smoother skin, glowy skin, and the improvement of visible firmness as well.
Yeah.
So really youthful benefits.
So I also recall a study that we did on LumiSpa and collagen.
Uh-huh.
Can you talk about that study, what it was, how we conducted it, and what the results were?
So this is with our Beauty Focus Collagen
Yes,
Plus, right?
yep.
And, it's everything, biology works together.
Yeah.
So what we wanted to do was, because we know our LumiSpa is providing youthful benefits for the skin, we wanted to see what would happen if we also provide the inside out,
Yeah.
the collagen, right? And our collagen, our Beauty Focus Collagen Plus has got collagen in it, it's got lutein, and it's got ceramides, right?
Yeah.
So all of these ingredients, these key ingredients, have got benefits for the skin. So we wanted to see if taking the collagen supplement at the same time as using the LumiSpa provided additional benefits, right? And that's exactly what we showed. Using the two together, you get greater benefits with your skincare regimen.
Wow. So I would imagine the way that it was set up is you had one group that was using just the LumiSpa, one group that was using just our Beauty Focus Collagen, and then one group that was using both of them combined.
Yes.
And the research showed, it's been a couple of years since I looked at this, but there was far greater benefit with both of those combined, the
That's
inside
correct.
and the outside.
Yes, exactly. Yes, because it makes sense, because you're giving your body the raw ingredients that it needs, the nutrition, to really help put your skin in the best shape possible.
Wow, I love that. So let's talk a little about, is there anything else that you feel like our audience should know about LumiSpa and usage of it, or tips and tricks, anything like that?
We did work on sensitive skin individuals.
Yeah.
So it's definitely very gentle.
So redness, irritation?
Yes. We also did work on subjects that had mild acne. And we actually showed over the 12-week period that subjects with mild acne had a 71% improvement.
Wow.
in the amounts of spots and pimples.
That's incredible.
So, there's a few reasons why we think that's happening. You're getting a really good clean. It's not disturbing the microbiome. But I think we often forget the device itself has got really great benefit for those that might be troubled with a few outbreaks.
Yeah.
Maybe it can provide support for that too.
Well, I love that. So sensitive skin, also acne, and we've got the cleansers and the heads for each one of those different need states.
Yes.
That's great. And we know that acne is such a huge market. I mean, if somebody took the LumiSpa and just went after the acne market, I mean, that's billions of dollars a year.
Well, and we tend to think of it as being a teenage problem, but actually there's a lot of women who 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s even.
Hormonal acne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Still suffer. So I think it's just a great support to keep your skin looking glowy, through feed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I know that especially in what you're doing, it's hard to say, what does the future hold? And so I probably won't put you on the spot and ask you that question. But I do want to ask, just off the topic, what excites you about skincare right now? Like, what are some of the things that you're excited about when it comes to skincare?
Well, I mean, I'm excited in general about science.
Yeah.
Because I think we are explorers, right? Scientists are explorers. And so we get to learn about new things and make discoveries. And what I love about science, but also about new skin, is that in new skin as a scientist, we have the perfect world. Because we take those new discoveries, those innovations, what we've just explored, and we provide it to the consumer to provide some benefit to the consumer, some unmet need.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm always most excited about.
I love that. And I know that you guys are working on unmet needs and solution for those unmet needs. I won't press you anymore on that. Helen, any closing advice or closing remarks that you would love to give our audience? By the way, we've got, I would say when we look at the audience, half of them are tuning in from Europe, half of them from here in the United States. So any closing remarks for this audience on business, on product, on any topic?
Well, I think with new skin, we're always looking for products that can demonstrate a difference.
Yeah.
And so I would just, remind people that we have these great products that provide benefit, but also they demonstrate that difference.
Yeah. I love that. Obviously I've grown up here in Utah and I've always known new skin. And I've always, the tagline, difference demonstrated, has always been a core function of new skin. I can't remember when that came into play, but it's powerful.
Yeah.
And our affiliates, when they show the results of our products, that's when they sell, that's when they recruit. And when people feel the experience and experience the difference that's been demonstrated, when they see that's been demonstrated, that's when they get passionate about what we're doing and how we can help people change their lives. Our mission is to help people look, feel, and live better longer.
And in LumiSpa, using LumiSpa, you can demonstrate a difference in one use.
That's incredible. One use.
One use.
Well, Dr. Helen Nags, it's been a pleasure to have you on today.
Thank you, Buck. Anytime.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything that you would ever want to hear about skincare, if you have topics, questions, comments, please put them in the comments. Reach out to us. Let us know what you're curious about, and we would love to have you back on the show again to talk a little bit more about some of the innovation that we have coming, but also some of the amazing products that we have within our portfolio and how we can actually, once we know about them and are using them, the results that we can get ourselves, but also help our customers have in their own experience. So thank you so much again for being on. Ladies and gentlemen, again, my name is Buck McMurray. This is Dr. Helen Nags. It's been a pleasure to be with you. This is New Skin.